Welcome to the frequency. We're talking here on inspired action and really the feeling and the thoughts, how to bring yourself into alignment and kind of a new paradigm for action. Emotion creates action and action creates emotion. My friends, the key to manifestation is in the feeling. The key to inspired action is in the feeling. Now, much could be said here. I'm currently writing about this at the library for a new ebook. And I'm bringing you this video from what I went through today. And that is, my friends, when it's time to do something, when it's time to create something, when you need to bring yourself into, whatever you told yourself you need to do. We're going to talk about that in a second, but connect to the emotion of the dream. Connect to the feeling of it being manifest, right? There's a part inside of me that loves to write. Although writing, I have a lot of resistance to it. There's a part in me that loves to write, loves to get in the zone and really get my thoughts together, right? And in order for me to go write, I need to connect to the vision, the emotion of me writing and feeling really good about it. Like that feeling of that flow state. I need to connect to the vision of the life I'm creating. Why do I want philosophy in ebook form out there? What is that going to create in my life? What is that going to create in others? Connect to the emotion of the dream, right? The vibration you are holding is the key to the thoughts you are thinking, right? So if we can cultivate a feeling, the feeling of the magic happening, the feel of the transcendence going down, the feeling of your great work coming out of you, the feeling of getting out of our own way, right? The feeling of the dream, the emotion of the dream. If we can connect to that, right? And think thoughts that aren't a lot of resistance. It's not you screaming at yourself, man, you should have started an hour ago, 2 hours ago. Why haven't you done this yet? It's not you and your mind trying to implement control, right? It's more gentle. It's more yin than that. It's about you connecting to a vibration, holding the vibration of what you are becoming, of what you are creating, holding that vibration and seeing it, right? And thinking thoughts from there. You see, thoughts build momentum. And if we are thinking resistant thoughts, not only will we not build momentum to where we need to get to for action, right? We're actually just yelling at ourselves and putting ourselves down and creating all this resistance, right? My friends, the key is to win without fighting. The key is not to fight the resistance, but try to come up with the alchemy that creates the same emotion, the most powerful state, the most powerful thoughts that lead you to action effortlessly. It's effortless effort, my friends. This is your alchemy. It's the alchemical toolbox. So, since emotion inspires action, right? Think about this. Why didn't you go to the gym yesterday? Because you didn't feel like it, right? Why didn't you write that letter, call your mom, start that project? Whatever it is, it's because you didn't feel like it, right? And now this feeling, to feel like it, there's many different avenues in which we have to attack in order to bring more inspired and aligned action into our life, right? We have to work with the emotion and unlock our emotional energy by doing things like moving meditations, by doing things like reconnecting to our child and having a heart opening ceremony, right? We can do things that way. Also, we can use turbulence and transmute turbulence using the breath, right? Connecting to the Tao, listening and checking in with your deep innermost self, right? I'm going to go on that key real quick. Where are you right now? Get out of your mind and what you think you should do and what you think you want to do and all these things you told yourself and fighting yourself, right? Let go of it all. Give it all up for a minute and see how you're feeling. What are you deeply feeling about right now, right? Maybe it's rainy and the weather is, like this and you're feeling kind of nostalgic. Feel that. Where is your heart right now? My friends, by tapping in and checking in with our hearts, we can learn how to check in there. And that will eventually evolve into how can we align with our hearts? How can we be feeling and thinking in alignment? Therefore, there's no more resistance because what we think we should do, we feel like doing. How do we create that reality, right? By checking in with our heart and seeing what you're deeply feeling, by sitting there breathing and becoming still and allowing the true feelings, the true thoughts to arise, right? That's inspired action. That will give birth to inspired action because you'll actually be moving on the impulse of the heart. Now, bringing the heart into the mind and the mind together through your art is really the key. It's the key to all of it, but so much could be said here. Stay tuned for my new ebook on inspired action. We'll get into the breath alchemy, unleashing emotional energy, all these different things, but I want to leave you guys with one tool in this video. When it comes to doing something that you want to do, that you've been planning on doing, or that you need to do, right? Connect to the emotion of it. Connect to the emotion of who you're becoming. Really check in with yourself and be authentic. Be real with your feelings, right? And be real with your thoughts. Stop trying to force yourself. Like, get out of the library, get out of the coffee shop and go for a walk. And reconnect to your deepest innermost self. The self that gives birth to the true laughter, the true tears, the true awe and ecstasy, and the true sorrow. Connect to that piece of you, a piece we shove way deep down inside, because usually, that place leads to pain, or it hasn't served us in the past. But listening to your emotions, listening to how you feel, and actually harnessing that is the key to action, inspired action, and bringing your heart and mind into alignment, right? So connect to the feeling of it. Connect to the why. Why do you want this, right? What are you creating? Who are you becoming? What does that feel like, right? And listen to the response. Listen to the notifications of the heart. No matter how bad your ego wants to start writing that book and doing that, it may not be time for it. My friends, there's a spirit of the hour, and everything has a time and a place. Everything has a time and a place, and you are right where you're meant to be. You are right where you need to be. Are you listening? Are you listening? Right? So those are kind of the two poles of inspired action. Is there's listening, and then there's the alchemy, right? Listening and checking in with your heart and finding your emotion and finding your true self. And the alchemy that I want to leave you with, my friends, is when you connect to the emotion of the dream, when you connect to a true vibration, a true frequency that's authentic. Like, go for a walk. Go sing and celebrate with nature, right? Commune with yourself. Commune with, whatever you believe. Go do this and open up the feeling space inside of you, right? And now start thinking true thoughts, because thoughts build momentum, my friends. And if we can train our minds on a thought, for instance, I'm writing about breath alchemy. I'll start thinking about the breath in my life, the breath right now, right? I'll start thinking about how we can breathe ourselves into existence and breathe our dreams into existence and breathe ourselves into alignment, right? I'll start thinking. All of a sudden, I'll start coming up with ideas, and everything starts growing exponentially. And then you start having epiphanies, and then it's like, where's the notebook? I need to write this down. And that's the alchemy, my friends. That's effortless effort. That's doing, not doing. That is the Tao. That is inspired action. Because you did the alchemy to lead yourself to the same result without the resistance, right? And momentum builds in our mind, right? So train your thoughts on something that you want to do or something close to it, right? And let the inspiration manifest itself, right? The art of not doing, really. And then furthermore, going into something, it's going to take some willpower. It's going to take some intentional effort to get the boulder rolling, my friends. But don't let that dissuade you. The best way to go about that is create a container. You know what? It's a huge monumental thing to try to write a book. How about if I write a page for the next 30 minutes? That's all I got to do. I just got to write for the next 30 minutes. Create a container. Set a time on it, right? And after you're connected to the emotion of the dream, you're connected to the feeling, right? And you have thoughts building momentum, create that container. Use some intentional effort to get the ball rolling. And I bet you at the end of that 30 minutes, you'll want to take a little break. But you're going to have ideas. Epiphanies will start coming to you and happening along those same lines, my friends. Use intentional effort to get the ball rolling, and effortless effort will appear. My friends, connect to the emotion, because the emotion creates the action creates the motion. Emotion. Think real thoughts. Feel true feelings and check in with your heart. Where are you at right now? Listen to that. Listen to Great Spirit. Listen to the Tao, and let that move through you, my friends. It's the art of living ecstatically, of living in alignment with how you feel and how you think. And really, if we can solve those two problems and bring that into alignment, man, that is where we all want to get, just flowing downstream. We have so much resistance in our minds in this modern day. Anyways, if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, I do coaching and awesome, amazing, powerful consultations and whatnot. Link in the description for a freebie. You can talk to me one-on-one. And also, go check out my Patreon. I have a whole bunch of meditations, an exclusive archive of videos, everything that I don't post publicly, really. And yeah, my friends, I really appreciate any and all of your support. I love when you hit that like and share button, helps this video get seen, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.